Hello, thanks for clicking on this link. My name is Drew Poppleton, and I'm the lead pastor at Faith Reformed Church, and I'm here to introduce our new youth pastor, Sam Javed. Say hi, Sam.
Hey!
And so we just went through a whole process. Drew Peterson had moved on from the youth pastor position. We had what we called a youth task force that was a search team that included myself, chairperson Mark Byland, and then also Rich Rates, Eric Breitup, Brenda DeKuyper, Ann Chenard, and Jenna Mang. And we went through the whole process, interviewed multiple candidates, male and female candidates, and in the end felt like Sam was our strongest candidate, especially because we placed as the highest priority somebody who would make relational connections, just strong relational gifts to make relational connections with the kids who are going to be a part of the youth group. And we felt like Sam was the strongest candidate for that. So let me stop talking and we'll let Sam start talking. I want to let him introduce himself. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your life in TC, and how you came to faith. Tell the people.
Yeah, so thanks, Drew. I grew up here in Traverse City. I moved here when I think I was 9 or 10, somewhere in there. My mom worked for Marriott Hotels. And she was kind of climbing that corporate ladder, and so we ended up here, and my parents decided that they would pursue their kind of dream of owning a restaurant. So some of you may remember or know about Antipasta's Italian Cafe. That's kind of where my childhood was, and yeah, so they owned that for about 5 years. I loved it there. I got to be a kid. Not many people are kids in a restaurant setting, but yeah, I loved it. So, did that. Went to West Middle School, and then graduated from West Senior High in 2013. And loved basketball, played basketball, that was my thing. And so from there, I played a season at Kirtland Community College in Roscommon. Did that for that season, and then I returned back home here to Traverse City, and I was just trying to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do, but I knew I loved basketball. So and that kind of transitions into me coaching basketball both at West Middle School here and East Middle School. So
in the LEAP program with boys and girls. Good. And say more about where's your faith play into this? When does Christ come on the scene and tackle you, so to speak?
So in that time of trying to figure myself out, I did some things that probably weren't smart in trying to figure yourself out. And that's all part of my testimony, which maybe for the sake of this video, we'll save for later if I can connect with you individually or make another video. But so tried to figure myself out. And in there, God brought me low. And thank God for that. And I just experienced that I wanted to serve Him in some way. I didn't think it was ministry in any way, but I knew I wanted to serve Him. And that, coupled with my passion for basketball, led to coaching. I loved that. I could do the two things that I loved: basketball, coaching. And I could do that with middle school boys and girls. And I loved that. At that age, I was going through a lot. And just to have somebody that was there, I would have really appreciated that. So I felt that was something I should be doing. And that's probably where I picked up my passion for wanting to do youth ministry. I loved it. And so here I am. So I have other things that maybe helped with that, maybe drove me to want to do ministry.
Sure.
I have a couple things here, like in my days at NMC, before I decided I wanted to do ministry, my wife Sarah and I, we were involved in Big Brothers Big Sisters. We helped plan the Big Little Hero race. Maybe some of you ran that or were involved in that. So we did that. Some of you may have heard of De Colores, the Christian community here.
Yep.
Loved that, loved the fellowship with that, and that was probably where I experienced maybe my passion for wanting to tell others and teach others about Jesus.
Yeah.
And so with that, before I came here to Faith Reformed, Sarah and I were attending First Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, which is over by Best Buy. And they are actively involved with De Colores, but also they have a basketball gym. And Sarah and I, loving basketball, after moving on from getting saved and getting involved in the community, we decided that we wanted to do open gym and open it up to the community. And for some reason, youth was, teenagers showed up there, boys and girls, and we used that to kind of explore that passion. So did that, and that probably pushed me into wanting to pursue youth ministry overall, and that leads eventually here to Faith Reformed, where now I get to serve you and then also alongside you and Drew Peterson and the others. So
yeah, and part of the way along the journey there, you ran into various pastors that through whether at NMC or through De Colores. And one of the most impressive things for us as we called those pastors as references for you was that all of them were jealous that we were going to get the chance to hire you.
Oh, nice.
So for us, that was one of the biggest endorsements. Like, they could see the ministry potential that Sam had. And so that's part of why you're here.
Yeah.
So now that you are here, you started this past Monday.
Yeah.
Tell us first of all, how's that first week going?
Love it. It's been great. I mean, it's been a lot of information and kind of like a fire hose.
Yeah.
We know that analogy now. But it's been awesome. Everyone here has been super encouraging. What do you need? How can we help you? Do you need some time to do some stuff?
Yeah.
Do you want to go meet these people now? Do you want to contact these people? Or if not, how can we facilitate what you need? And yeah, it's been great. I've really enjoyed it. And just exploring the facilities here, that's been fun. And right now we're in the intersection building, which is super cool. This is so awesome here. I love that. But yeah, just exploring the church, exploring what it looks like for me to be here this week.
Right.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Good. And at times I've seen him kind of roll his eyes back because it's a little like too much information overload.
Yeah.
You can imagine. I'm on staff here. And also, I mean, it's a reminder for me. I'm thankful for the reception that many of you have given him. And I want to just encourage you to continue to extend grace to him. Because it is a lot to take on, getting the lay of the land, understanding what's going on, and getting your office settled, and getting it who is who, and we're having this partnership with Young Life, and you met with some people from Young Life, really getting his feet on the ground. It's going to take a little while, and especially because, we'll be open and honest and transparent about it. We hired Sam for two primary reasons. We felt like he had the greatest ability to relationally connect with the youth, and had the greatest passion for spreading faith to others and helping other people grow in their faith. But he doesn't come to this position with years and years and years of youth ministry experience. And so I hope that we can extend grace to him as he figures out some of those things and figures out his own identity in this position, and he figures out how to do the nuts and bolts, and I know he's concerned about those things. And in fact, I'm going to let him talk about them. So what are some of your priorities as you get started and over these next couple months?
Just a lot of grace, prayer, if you could pray for me as I explore what this looks like.
Yep.
And more encouragement. Some of you have already gone out of your way to encourage me, contact me, and yes, just a lot of that. But my priorities would be, navigating what for me being a youth pastor looks like here at Faith Reformed. And I want to know what that looks like. But yeah, it's going to take time. So yeah, just patience and help me with that. I want help with that. Input on what it means to be just a part of the body of Christ here. But along with that, yeah, how you all are navigating COVID. I want to know that. I want to be a part of your life. I want to know what it means for you right now to be a part of Faith Reformed and how you're navigating that. And then ministry in general during right now, COVID. And just trying to figure that out. Just trying to figure out Sam Javed, youth pastor, Faith Reformed, COVID for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So along with this video, that not only on the video, but also in an email that is accompanied with this video, there will be his contact information.
Right.
I want to encourage you as parents, he's going to reach out to some of you. That's going to be true. But I hope that you initiate some contact with him. Tell him who you are, who your kids are, how you're navigating COVID, and tell him anything else you want to say about youth ministry. Do you wish that communication happened in a certain way? Do you wish you met on a certain night? He wants to know that information. Right now, this guy is like a sponge. Sometimes we've put him in the deep end of the ocean with only a sponge. So, but he's absorbing as much as he can, and he wants to absorb some of that from you. So I encourage you to extend grace. I encourage you to reach out to him and give him the information he needs that you've got. So help him get started, and that's going to help everybody succeed.
Yeah.
So what else do we want to say? I think that's a good place to stop for now, right?
Yeah. I think so. I think it's good.
So tell them about what's the first big sort of youth event that's on the horizon.
Oh yeah. So we decided that we wanted to do tubing night out at Holiday Hills, right?
Mount Holiday.
Yep. Mount Holiday. Sorry. Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and I think we decided that we're going to do it at 4 for the youth ministry, right? So we're going to do it at 4 o'clock, and I'm going to be there. Hopefully my wife Sarah will be there with our daughter Nora, because she hasn't done any sledding stuff yet, and that'd be super fun. So yeah, if you want to come out. We're going to be there. It's going to be a really fun time. And if you really want to be like, this guy's kind of interesting, I've never gone tubing before. So I want to do this. It'll be fun. So yeah, if you want to come out, please come out. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, so please make a priority of that. We've got the hill reserved at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock we're going to leave mostly for elementary age, though. We wanted the middle school and high school age to prioritize the 4 o'clock hour. He's going to be there. We're not sure what other events are on the horizon. That's all part of getting his feet on the ground and figuring out what that's going to look like. Yeah. But definitely interested in relationship with you. So reach out to him, invite him to coffee, to lunch, all that sort of thing. Otherwise, he's going to come and get you and invite you to those things. Yeah. But yeah, let's help him get settled, and let's all figure this out together. And yeah, let's have an impact for the sake of the kingdom in this age group and beyond.
Right.
And families and youth and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly.
All right. That's all we got for now. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.